Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video to show you one of the cool things you can do with a graphing calculator to help you check your answers, be sure you got something right algebraically and using the calculator to plug values in. So for example, let's say I had this problem, a system of two equations, 8x plus 4y equals negative 16, negative x minus 4y equals 23. I went through, in this case I used substitution, and I solved and I found that x equals 1, y equals negative 6, I think, and I want to check that. So what I can do is use the store function on my calculator. So I'm going to store the value 1 in my x variable to start. So I'm going to type 1 and then store, which is this bottom left button right above the on, STO, should put a little arrow on your screen, 1 store in x, and that x that I hit is right next to the alpha, the green key. So 1 store in x. And when I hit enter, it'll just say 1. That means it stored it correctly. I'm going to say negative 6 store in a y variable. Now to get y, I'm going to hit alpha, and then I'm going to go down and hit the 1 button. You can see above the 1, there's a little green y. That's how I knew that was my y variable. I'll hit enter, and it says negative 6 got it stored in the y variable. Now what does this do? This means that any time I press x, it will use the value 1 because that's what I stored in there. That's what I told it I wanted it to use. So if I did x plus x, it should do 1 plus 1, which is 2. So similarly, if I did y times 2, it should do negative 6 times 2, negative 12. So that's just demoing that it works. How does this help us? Well, now I can type in the original equations, 8x plus 4 alpha 1 to get my y, 8x plus 4y, and it says it equals negative 16. And so that's useful because that plugs in those values and checks this and says, yes, that equation that I just highlighted in yellow does work out with your answer. Let's try the other one, because for a system, we know it needs to work for both. Negative x minus 4 alpha 1 to get y. And in fact, it does equal 23. And we could have plugged those in by hand, but the calculator, especially like what if we have fraction answers, decimal answers, this just simplifies our lives a little bit. Now we have assurance that this is indeed the correct solution for this system of equations. So just a quick demo of how to use your graphing calculator, how to use that store function to plug values in and check them in the original equations.